What is going on, everyone? Halloween is just around the corner, so to get in the spirit of things, I decided I'll do a review of Haunted House HD Live Wallpaper by DualBoot Games. A link to the live wallpaper itself will be in the description below. So right off the bat, you'll notice that the animation and details on the textures and 3D models like the mailbox and the house look fantastic. And take my word for this, as good as my camera is, in person, because I'm using a Nexus 7 with an HD screen, 720p, it looks a lot better in person. It looks fantastic. So if you have an HD screen, it'll look amazingly sharp. The first thing I'll do is a minor con. You'll notice that, okay, so we're on this screen. Certain swipe gestures will not allow the wallpaper to move. Well, it's cooperating this time. There, this widget showed up, but the mailbox is still there. Watch this. See if I can do it again. So I'm able to move the icons and stuff. It is possible to get past this method. So simply going into the live wallpaper settings, by default under camera, manual panning is selected. Change it to home screen panning, and this will address that issue. And it works just great after that. So this time you'll notice that everything moves as you're actually holding it. It'll never lag behind, and it's extremely fast. Even on my dual-core phone, which is a Galaxy S2, it runs fantastic. If you're running a single-core phone, don't expect it to run too great, but that's kind of a given with live wallpapers and single-core devices, okay? It still works, but just not as smooth as a dual-core or faster device. Almost, the major majority of the details are customizable. Pumpkins are customizable. The text on the mailbox, as you can see, I changed it to babbling, is customizable. I don't know if you guys can see it, but at the top of the door, it says enter if you dare. You can customize that. And of course, on the door itself, it says babbling. You can customize that as well. Whatever you write on the mailbox will show up on the door. So simply double tapping anywhere, by default, mind you, on the screen will take you inside. So you got two parts to this live wallpaper. You got this weirdo, it kind of looks like a pervert. With this really big googly eyes staring at everywhere randomly. Every so often this ghost will appear and disappear. You'll have ghostly footprints that'll appear here randomly, and the footprints will lead to the door. He'll open the door and kind of disappear and fade away. You'll notice that there's a box with like a default icon with a camera icon in it. Basically what you're supposed to do is go to your album, select a photo of someone, and put it here. And what'll happen is it'll stay transparent, so basically you can still see through them, and it'll keep the wavy flow of it. So whatever picture you use of the person it'll keep a ghostly image of it. I personally didn't want to do that for the sake of this video, because I didn't want to put a picture of anyone I know without the permission, so I left the default icon up. I don't want to update. Get out of here. And of course, this woman right here, she's probably, I guess, the scariest aspect of this live wallpaper. As you can see, as a transition, she's turning into a skeleton. If I transition back over to her, she's back to normal. So you got some very you have a lot of subtle details like that. Even the fireplace will turn from like a bright orange to a dark deep blue. There you can see it just happened right now. There's like cat eyes in the window over there that peer randomly. There's a lot of subtle features that make this live wallpaper fantastic. And but you guys kind of get an idea of how it looks. Now let's get into the chunk of the live wallpaper and its core settings. So basically, you also have another preset theme, which is Stormy Night. Basically, you get a lot of rain, thunder, and lightning. The thunder and lightning is random, and the rain you can't control either. It is what it is. You can't control how much the thunder and lightning hits and how often, and you can't control how little or how much rain you want. It's a preset theme, so a little disappointing, but not a big deal. As I said, you can have a custom photo of that ghostly image. Doorway mailbox text is customizable. Camera setting, I showed you just a little bit of it. If you turn double tap off to go in and out, you can set which one you want permanently on. Then you can have the live wallpaper stay outside all the time or inside, so you get that additional option. Personally, I leave the double tap feature on because you can switch whenever you want. It's a lot easier. You can customize the pumpkin, as I mentioned, mantle painting, of course, and right here, what I'm going to do is scroll extremely slow, and you can pause the video anytime you want and read these for yourself, because if I start reading them out loud, I'll make this video way too long, so just pause it and read it for yourself. As you can see, I have everything on. Even on my dual-core Galaxy S2, with everything on, it runs fantastic. Power management, I usually leave it on balanced, and it runs just fine. It's not a battery hog. That's the greatest part about it. On Google Play, this app has an average rating of 4.7, and personally, I would give it a 4.5. It's not a majorly bad thing. It's just that this live wallpaper is $2. Now, it's pretty pricey for a live wallpaper. You expect it to be $2. However, I could personally argue, and even you could, that the live wallpaper is fantastic. It's one of the best live wallpapers on Google Play. One of my favorites. So you are kind of getting your money's worth. It's just a little steep of a price for a live wallpaper, but again, not a major deal breaker. However, I do wish you can customize how much or how little rain you want, or thunder and lightning. Or if you could even keep the clear sky theme, but with rain. So there's just 2 preset themes you can't customize. Not a big deal, but I wish you had that option. But considering how often the developer updates it, not too often, but every so often, they might include that feature because they allow a ton of customization, so don't be surprised if they do that in the future. So there's my review. Hope you guys found it useful. If you did, check out my website in the description below. Hit the like button, it really does help. Subscribe, and thanks for watching.